everyone, I am here with my helper today to show you how to put on Jamberry Junior wraps or put on larger wraps on children. So I have my buddy here and he is going to be putting on a Jamacure of the Dynamite Jam Juniors. I'm also going to show how to cut down an adult size wrap to fit a child as well. So the first step, just like it is for grown-ups, is to clean the nail beds really well. You can use an alcohol wipe, or what works best is to wash them with Blue Dawn dish detergent. With the children, sometimes if you need a little extra help, if you find that they're not sticking, I'll take a nail file and just rough up the surface of their nail beds a little bit as well, just to give it a little more of a rough spot for the wrap to stick to. So the first step is to pick out a size wrap that's appropriate for the nail. So I'm going to be looking at his nail and I'm going to hold the Jam Junior above to pick out the right size. And whenever you're in doubt, try to go for a size smaller because it's really important that you not have the wrap touch any skin. This can be really tricky on children. So I think this is the right size. And I'm just going to gently push back his cuticle a little bit as well, just to make sure I've got a good surface. And I also have not trimmed his nails yet because unlike the grown-up wraps, which I use a file, I actually use the nail clippers to trim the edge. So I'm going to cut the wrap. These can be really tricky, so I actually use my fingers a lot of the time to hold it. So I'm going to heat the wrap in the mini heater. The mini heater is really useful for children because a lot of kids are scared of the sound of a hairdryer. So you can hear the heater is really quiet and it's not likely to bother any of your littles, especially if you have younger children you're using these products with. So I'm just going to press this down, okay? And sometimes if it took a little while to get that, I'll ask him to put it back in the heater and then smush it himself. Give it a good press, James. Thank you, sir. And then I can use the scissors to trim the extra, but then to actually trim it up to his nail rather than filing, I'm going to use nail clippers. Because a lot of kids don't like the feel of a nail file. And then he's good to go. And the most important thing is that you clean them. And also, I'm not going to let him take a bath or a shower for about 24 hours, just to let the adhesive have enough time to stick and cure. Another option, if you don't have a mini heater and you don't want to use a hairdryer, is you can use one of these rice bags. This is just something that I sewed myself. It's just full of rice. You can pop it in the microwave until it's warm. And then when you get to the heat stage, you can put the wrap on cold and then just ask your child to do this on it to heat it up. So that's how you would do a regular Jam Junior. Now, what if you have kids like mine that want to raid your adult stash? So say he's got the dinosaurs on and he wants some of my adult size green wraps for the next nail, okay? So this is a leftover of Shamrockin' that I got from St. Patrick's Day. And I'm gonna start just the same way. I'm gonna use the Jamberry Junior to size and pick out the right size wrap. So, okay, I know this wrap is about the right size. And then you can either use a big one, you can use really any size, but I'll see if I can cut it out of, see I have this little remnant here. So I can see that it's about the right width, and then I'm just gonna use my scissors to cut a curve in this to fit his little nail bed. So you use the Jam Juniors as a template. And these little middles of wraps are a really good way to let your kids use some of your designs without having to cut into yours. And now this is a little short, so I am going to use the tip of my scissors to hold it, just so I'm not touching the adhesive on the back. I'm going to hold it in front of the heater. And metallic wraps are tricky. You don't want to overheat them or they'll start to separate. So I'm going to put this down right on his nail. I can use my other hand to hold it and press. And the metallics I do want to heat kind of slowly. So this one I'm definitely going to ask him to stick his nail back in the heater and warm it up. And then press it down with your finger when it's hot. There. Good. Okay. And just like the other one, I'm going to trim with the clippers. And now he's got a junior and some of Mommy's matching. So we have a t-ball game to get to, but thank you for being my model. Jamberry also just came out with a whole bunch in the spring catalog that are geared towards boys. Like there's the Dynamite, there's sports balls, there's Raining Cats and Dogs is one of our favorites, right, buddy? Yeah. So they're a lot of fun, just like temporary tattoos or other things that kids like to express themselves. So thanks. Play ball.